Today we're crossing into the afterlife with Spiritfarer here at 5 Minute Reviews. It is a calm, relaxing story of a girl named Stella and her cat, Daffodil. The opening scene thrusts you into the role of Spiritfarer, someone who takes spirits to the Everdoor, their final resting place. This game explores grief, loss, and death, and how different people react to these emotions. You start off with a tiny ship and a single passenger, but quickly expand your ship and the amount of passengers you have. Each soul turns into their spirit animal upon boarding your ship. They will give quests throughout your journey to help find closure so they can pass through the Everdoor. These quests give insight into the lives the spirits led before crossing into the afterlife. You sail all over the seas of the afterlife to fulfill these requests. The world is full of interesting locations, animals, and spirits. Islands have resources to farm, a shifty raccoon who overcharges for his wares, and ability shrines. Some islands are simply warehouse districts or full of advertisements. Others are gorgeous landscapes of fields or mountains. There are bus stops run by a seal for fast travel. Giant, friendly sea turtles have spots on their shells where you can plant ores and trees to farm. There are even dragons to tame. Each spirit has a unique story and personality. Some I instantly fell in love with, like Alice the Shrew, and I quickly grinded to obtain the materials necessary to upgrade her house to the fullest. Others I dreaded having around and wanted to punch them in the face. I couldn't wait for them to leave. However, regardless of how I felt about them during their time on my ship, I couldn't help but feel saddened when it was time to take them to the Everdoor. The only thing I don't care for in this game is the amount of dialogue. Each spirit tells stories, but most are long-winded. Some stories don't even serve a purpose. Yes, the stories can help flesh out their characters, and sometimes they're funny, but there were plenty of times I just wanted to get on with gameplay. This game is easy, and it's supposed to be. There are a couple of challenging quests that are timed, but I was able to complete them after only 2 or 3 tries. Islands are straightforward when navigating, and it's clear when you need an ability to progress further in an area. The game is a bit longer than I expected. Sailing from place to place is extremely slow until you're able to upgrade your ship, and even that doesn't speed things up. Minigames are started when sailing through certain areas, which occur frequently, but they are skippable. Farming materials for upgrades is exhausting and redundant. Even some of the spirit quests seem like busy work. This 2D platformer is beautifully designed, but occasionally the shading seems to be flat. The colors really pop in some areas, and not so much in others, but this is intentional. The color and brightness really set the tone and mood for the area, so the warehouses are extremely dull, while towns are more vibrant. Each spirit has their own theme that plays during dialogue. There isn't any voice acting, so the theme helps set their tone and fleshes out their character. The background music is soothing, adding to the overall laid-back mood of the game. The minigames have faster-paced music as the events are timed, and each one has a different melody that fits appropriately. The majority of the time, the controls are easy and smooth. However, sometimes it's hard to interact with objects as a character would stand in the way or it would be difficult to see the white outline of objects and doors. Bouncing on things to reach greater heights is hard to execute as you have to time it perfectly. At first, I thought I was doing it incorrectly as I could only do a single extra bounce. The controls are also super sensitive with things like cutting wood and spinning thread. As previously mentioned, your ship does become fairly large as spirits' houses cannot be deleted and must stay there forever. This becomes very cluttered and I was constantly reorganizing the placement of my buildings so I could keep up with where each one was with minimal space between structures. And editing, improving, and building anything was a nightmare within itself. The sea map isn't much better. If you hover over an island, it will give you a list of resources and key items available. It was hard to tell if I had collected all of the goodies or if I needed to do more exploring. When using the bus stop, it won't display island names, so you'll need to consult your ship's map first to make sure you select the closest bus stop to your destination. For these reasons, I give Spiritfarer a 7.5 out of 10. It made me care about characters I wanted nothing to do with, even if it only happened in their final seconds before going through the Everdoor. It portrays a complicated concept of death in a beautiful way. If you're looking for a relaxing game, I recommend giving Spiritfarer a shot. For a more in-depth review, please visit our blog using the link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Squeegee with 5 Minute Reviews.